Alright guys, so training on this is day 2 of a 3-day fast. Doing a 5-mile run. My heart rate is higher than normal, but my pace has improved. Strange. Alright guys, so today I'm here to talk to you about fasted running and oxidative priority. So I've been fasting, doing a mineral fast for the last 3 days, in 4 days actually, in order to cut weight so I can improve my pace for running. Over the last, say, a year, I've been prioritizing running. I did a mile test about a year ago and I was running 12 minutes for a mile. Back when I was doing military training, I was able to do a mile and a half in, say, 9 minutes 30. So I started training to get back there. A year later, I've slowly reduced my pace with weight loss. I started out at 240 pounds, and roughly every 8 pounds I lost, I would improve about a minute in my pace. So I started at 12, now I'm running my average mile time now at about 8 minutes 15. All right, when I go for one solid mile hard, I can run probably about 7 minutes, 7 seconds. So I'm still off because I'm trying to run a sub 25k. Anyway, so in order to improve the time more, I'm going to lose more weight. This is to feed the philosophy that your heart is literally one muscle that pumps oxygen around the body, and your heart can get so big at a certain age. And I think the size of my heart with the size of my body is too big at the moment. So I'm coming down in size in order to be able to become more what we call aerobically efficient. Yes, aerobic efficiency talks about mitochondrial density. Come down a bit low and come a bit closer. Mitochondrial density, which is increasing mitochondrial in the muscle tissue, and also capillarization. That's the science of it. But there is unproven data. Yes, there's 2 studies thrown around that weight loss can improve running pace, but it's not conclusive. However, I'm finding anecdotally that 8 to 10 pounds is a sweep for me for improving my pace by about a minute. The 3-day mineral fast, which basically I had sea moss, I had beef bone broth, and I also had electrolytes, allowed me to still train whilst I was fasting. Fasting for 3 days gave me a deficit of about 3,000 calories for the 3 days. I'm going to be doing this over a 6-week period to try and get down to about 188 pounds. I will test my mile time again and update again there, but what I'm seeing is a positive correlation with weight loss and improve in running speeds. Oxidative priority basically speaks to a theory that your body uses different fuels at different times. For example, the first fuel the body will use is alcohol. It's toxic, it tries to get rid of it very quickly, it uses it as an energy source. Then it's exogenous ketones, then it's proteins, then it's carbs. Your liver can store about 800 calories of carbohydrates, where your muscles can probably store about 2,600 worth of calories. I could say I've successfully depleted that over the last 3 days, which I then tap into the last source, which is body fat. Probably carrying around about 300,000 worth of calories of body fat, which is a slow energy to tap into. Like my runs, when I started them out, it was very tiring, but 4 or 5 miles in, it was constant. It seemed like I was getting an energy source from somewhere else. So anecdotally speaking, optimizing the body for running comes with aerobic efficiency. My aim is not to try and run really fast 5K with a very highly elevated heart rate. I want to be aerobically efficient. I want my heart rate to be in probably about zone 3 whilst being able to run that sub 25k. So it's going to take a very long time, and it's going to take a lot of different strategies. Join me for more of these type of videos. Like, subscribe, share, right? Also comment any experiences that you've been having as a runner and weight management, and let's share these ideas and see what we can find anecdotally. At the end of the day, I'm using my body as a lab. I know the science out there, but we're using anecdotal experience also to shine light on the matter. Cool. All right, so I just did a 2.5 mile warm-up. I'd planned to just come out and do 5 miles because of the fasting. My energy levels would be lower and I wouldn't have much carbs left in the liver or in the muscles, which is what depletes during a fast. So I'm feeling good. Normally I'll do a speed session on a Tuesday morning like today. So I'm gonna do a shorter speed session, but because of how I'm feeling, which is better than I thought I would be, I'm gonna go and do 12 200s. All right. All right, so I'm back at the facility now. I got about 3.8 miles. The intensity, I couldn't manage it. The sun came out, all kinds of excuses, right? But my heart rate was skyrocketing and just couldn't feel the energy. So as you know, with oxidative priority, this is how you burn different fuels, carbs, proteins, fats. When you deplete out of your liver carbs and out of your muscle, you start to move towards fat stores and burning other energy sources. That's where I'm at now. The challenge of high intensity training, you can't really use fats. You have to use carbs. That's the problem. So that's why I'm using, during my fasting phase, I'm doing my more slower runs. And when I reintroduce back food on Thursday, I will then go from Thursday to Sunday to do my more intense training, which is my speed works. So I'm on the hill. I normally do hills on Wednesdays, but with weight, this morning I'm doing fat leg. So I'm just doing jogs and walks. Still fasted in terms of food, solid foods, just using minerals. Had some 0 calorie, 0 sugar electrolyte this morning. After this session, I'm gonna do a little bit of resistance training, and then I'm gonna hit some stretching. All right, guys, so I'm on day 4 of my 3-day mineral fast. Yeah, guys, you heard right, day 4 of what was supposed to be 3 days. I went an extra day because I'm going out with my daughter today to have food, so I went an extra 12 hours. However, feeling sluggish, depleted all my glycogen reserves, therefore I can't put any intensity into the training. So yeah, this is what I'm doing today, a 5-mile run, and I'll give you guys an update. This is New Kingston at 5 a.m. in the morning. All right, guys, just getting back from doing 5.7 miles. However, the run was very hard at the start, so when I started out it was difficult, but then as I got into the run, like at about mile 4, it became easier. I guess I tapped into more of the energy source what I'm using, which is fats. But running, sometimes I do distance or time, like because this run was so slow this morning, I did more time, so I did like 1 hour and 10 minutes. Rather, before I may go out for a 6-mile run, but I never made 6 miles in 1 hour and 10, so I stopped at 1 hour and 10. This is so I can get from 5 runs per week, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 hours and 50. The aim is 6 hours of zone 2 running per week. Ready, boss?